So for tonight's video, you're going to be taking notes on the labeling and naming of geometric figures. The first one we have up is point. The point is just a little dot. And we label it with a capital letter. It's always going to be a capital letter. And the way you read it is point. For a line, you use 2 points that are on the line because through any 2 points there is a line. And so you use 2 points that are on the line, point A and point B, so 2 capital letters, and you draw a line above them. So you have the arrows on both ends. So 2 points from the line. And 2 arrows. And for this, we would call this line AB. Alternatively, sometimes you have a line that's represented with a lowercase italicized letter. Because we are handwriting this and we're not typing it, to do italics we use cursive. So you might actually have something like a line in your picture, and you use a cursive M for that. Segment is the same idea. You choose the two endpoints of the segment. So you have points X and points Y. These are the endpoints of the segment. And above it, you put a segment. So no arrows. And we call this segment XY. Array, you start with the endpoint. So the very first letter is the endpoint of the array. Now, it doesn't matter which direction the array points. You always start with the endpoint. So you might start with whatever's at the end. And then what direction it goes towards. So Z towards Y. Single arrow. So what this could look like on your paper is a Z going off towards Y in that direction, but we still write it ZY in this direction. And we call this ray Z. Through any 3 non-collinear points, there is a plane. So you use 3 non-collinear points to name a plane. So you might call the plane X, Y, Z. You name 3 non-collinear points. You could also name it with more letters. So you could write W, X, Y, Z. And we would say, call this plane. Sometimes they use a single italicized capital letter to represent the plane. So you might end up with a plane. And again, we use cursive letters to represent italicized letters. An angle is represented by the vertex. So, like an angle is where the vertex is at C. Some textbooks won't use the little curve, and they just do this. What I find is I end up confusing this with the letter L, and so I like to use the little angle mark to mark it so that I can tell that it's an angle and not a letter L. But I wasn't going for italicized L. You can also use the vertex if there's more than one angle at C. Here's a good example of there being more than one angle at C here. There's more than one angle at C right here, which means that we would have to use more letters to tell us which angle we're talking about. So when you would use ECD to represent this angle. So angle EC, the vertex D, to represent that angle here. So ECD. Again, the vertex is the middle letter. And we call this angle D. Or angle ECD. That's how we name it. Triangles are similar. You would use, if you were talking about this whole triangle that's down here in this image, you would talk about it with a triangle. So you would draw a triangle, and you could do C. You just choose the three corners. So these are the vertexes. Where is C? Vertexes is in the word. Just like it looks, triangle. When we're talking about parallel lines, we use the parallel line markings. So we just mark the little parallel lines. That means parallel. So you would know what is parallel to what. So that could be a segment, it could be a ray, it could be a line. In this case, I'm going to do a line. So line AB. So I have to represent it as a line. Parallel to line XY. And just like I just said it, so line AB is parallel to line XY. Similarly, perpendicular, you start by drawing perpendicular. So it's an upside down capital T, or it's two perpendicular segments. And so you would say perpendicular. So let's do CD, the line, is perpendicular to YZ line. So this is perpendicular. And you would say it, line CD is perpendicular to line YZ. There are two examples here that you need to go in and look at. So the example here is asking, are E, so E, F, and C collinear? And if they are, you would write, yes, E, F, and C are collinear. And if they're not, you would write, no, E, F, and C are non-collinear. So you have to answer each one of these questions, and also the questions for this example, showing the box and answering A through E. The next night we'll start with the top of this page with postulate. So tomorrow night's video will start with postulate. Thank you, and have a good night.